All right, what is up, guys? So, in this specific section, I'm going to be talking about super unique automation ideas for landing pages, right? So, for instance, if someone's on your landing page and they're in the hero section or something like that, or they're, let's say, in the let's see, what would be a section of a landing page that people would take the most time on? I mean, obviously, if you have a video which converts relatively well compared to just static pages. So let's say you have a section on your page like testimonials. Usually people spend a lot of time on the actual testimonial section. And then they also spend a lot of time if you have an FAQ section or any of that, right? So I thought of an automation that you can implement right off the top of my head. Ideas that you can, in a sense, implement on. Let's say if you go to Chatbase. All right. And if you go to Chatbase and you create your chatbot, right? This is for example's sake, right? You can teach the actual bot, right? Let's say, give me an automation on a section of a page, right? So my idea, and essentially, is when someone's scrolling on your landing page, when they get to a certain coded section, right? Because you got the hero section, you got the footer, and you got all the other parts that are tied to that. And every one of those unique elements has a hashtag, footer or something like that, right? Hashtag footer. Where you can ask Tesseract AI is give me a super unique idea for my landing pages on reaching out to active viewers on my page for said section on the footer, for instance. Like, for instance, you can send them a message sequence when they get to a certain page of your section. And I'm going to see if there is an actual integratable way. And I'm going to ask this AI, like live, if I can even do this actively with said user, right? So let's say page footer, and then I'm using, let's see, Chatbase on page messaging. And then I'm going to ask it, is that even possible? And then, of course, it's... All right, let's continue to the new budget. All right, all right. So yeah, it builds out you the entire automation sequence. Now, of course, you don't have to build these automations out yourself because this looks like, a bunch of jargon if you don't actually use JavaScript. But you can actually pay someone or delegate this to someone that can actually build this out for a relatively ineffective cost. But in return, you're going to get every single user that comes onto your landing page, they're going to get automatic touch points live as they're scrolling through your pages. Now, I haven't personally seen this automation on any of the pages. Like, I've gone on to, like, for instance, like a website, for instance, like for an agency or something like that. And they have their little chat widgets that pop up and ask if you have any questions, right? But how much more tailored can the experience get if every time they scroll to a new section, and then you'd usually do like hashtag hero section or hashtag footer, and then it would ask very specific questions on what the people are actually inquiring about. Now, of course, if you can integrate some heat mapping software, which I'm not entirely sure, let's ask it this question. So I'm not entirely sure on heat mapping software like that. That's going to be something that you're going to have to look into yourself with that specific thing. But this is just an additional example of what's actually possible with AI when it's integrated with automations. And that way, these chatbots that are running off of ChatGPT can automatically engage with users as they're live on the site, which to me is completely priceless because in that chat widget, they can ask questions and it's ChatGPT based on the data that you've trained it on with your products or said services, that it could literally answer questions right off the bat, even if they've already watched the video but they still have questions, right? This is insane. Like, this is not going to slow down anytime.